So when I tuned into 2021, I see what kept coming up for me was I'm seeing Joe Biden and him being president and being in like a tight spot, so to speak. I mean that in the sense of him trying to make deals with other countries. I do see him stepping forward to other countries, possibly Russia, but Ukraine for some reason came up. So there's a possibility that he may be trying to work with Ukraine in some way. But I'm also just getting that it's going to be him trying to make a lot of deals with the world economy, trying to progress globalization. Also, I don't see it working out great, and I see Biden being a little bit let down and not enthused about how everything's going. Although overall, I see him being happy about the deals that he does make. I'm seeing this helping later on in 2022 when things may potentially get more rough. 2021 will be kind of a stabilizing year. It'll be mostly stable, but then I was seeing 2022 there being a lot of, the way I was seeing it was like lack energy, and when I tuned into that to see what that was about, it was like pain and suffering and like possibly the loss of people to wars. That could be more symbolic. I'm not trying to say that there will be a war in year 2022, but there's a possibility that something like that could happen. That I saw Joe Biden with a sense of regret, like he's just regretting something on some level. So Russia pushing as far as they can get away with. So Russia's going to be pushing their boundaries, trying to see what they can do. I also get the sense that they're on the verge of a major cataclysm, but not necessarily starting a war. I see them gaining land. I see this continued encirclement around Ukraine and Russia continuing to do this. And so there's this strength and their slow, steady strategy that's more based on intimidation than it is outright aggression. I do see this losing steam later in the month, but not backing down. I don't see Russia, stopping what they're doing, but I see their progress slowing down. And eventually they're just maintaining a wall, so to speak. And I also saw an image of Russian troops yawning and kind of loosening up their advancement later in the month. And this could slowly continue to evolve to a new situation next month in March. Ukrainians appear to be living in fear and backing away from the borders, which is the main goal and the main strategy here for a slow take back of their land as Russia sees it. YouTube and everything as well. So this month, I'm seeing that continuing a little bit with Joe Biden, the confusion, but it's not so much that he's confused, it's more that he's kind of humbled now. Moving into January, replace the confusion with humbleness, because I see him taking orders from the military more so than him making calls himself, and it's kind of like he's realized like he needs to kind of listen to other people. And so I see him taking a break from pushing his personal agenda, his personal plans, and him having to be a little flexible with that. And I saw him looking at other countries far away. I saw this symbolized with him looking through binoculars. Of course, that's not literal. I did get that he could potentially be sending troops to other countries, but in a very non-aggressive way. I don't see these troops going directly into places of conflict, but more so like setting up around and being more so of an observer than an aggressor, and just kind of like a slow stabilizing action, kind of like a slow chess game where people are just like getting their pieces in position before anything actually happens or in case anything happens. I don't see this being to spawn any sort of intense situation, at least for January. Again, January, this bright, sunny kind of month is what I was getting. All of the above. So I also get the sense that there's going to be like a new threat to the human psyche, or a new threat to humanity, or like kind of like coronavirus or whatever big thing out there. There's kind of like a new thing in the collective consciousness of humanity. There are many wars potentially going on in like a general geography area. I was saying that there's potential for like explosions and war happening kind of like Moscow area, like the very like northeast of Russia, but more so going to Finland and Norway. And when I was reading this, I was kind of trying to read more about it, and Sweden specifically came up in my mind. So there could be some conflicts around Sweden potentially in 2022 that could be leading to battles, wars, explosions possibly. However, I did not get that this will be related to the United States. This is why I kind of call it like mini wars, because it's not like the big global powers. The bigger global powers will be focused more on integrating rather than battling. Of course, there's always a little bit of both. So the U.S. I see focusing on this bigger picture of kind of securing a grid over the world on some level for survival purposes. That could be like contracts and agreements with countries, etc. And I don't particularly see it being negative. As I've been saying over and over, there are negative elements to this, such as control, manipulation, power, but I do see this as overall being a positive thing for the most part. More positivity than negativity, I'll put it that way. So one thing that I got that was kind of weird was I kept seeing Joe Biden as being very influential of the whole world and like the new policies, kind of the new system being put in place.
If you would like to see the full original video, the links will be posted below this video.